Friends, today we are going to discuss probability of high secondary second year. So there one very important theorem is there, that is called Bayes theorem, and it is very important for examination point of view as well as for certain competitive examination. So let us start the discussion. First of all, we should know what is Bayes theorem. So as you can see, if E1, E2 En are non-empty events which constitute a partition of sample space S, sample space is represented by S, that is E1, E2 En, all these event union is equal to S, and A is an event of non-zero probability, then P EI by A, that is the conditional probability also, is equal to PE into PA by EI summation I equal to J equal to 1 to N PEJ PA by EJ. This is the formula to find the particular value in a Bayes theorem. So here we can understand one thing, that Bayes theorem is applicable if the events are, that is the event E1, E2, whatever, how many events are there, their intersection must be phi. There should not be any common element. So then only we can use what? Bayes theorem. So this is the definition of Bayes theorem. Let us apply this theorem to solve one sum. Then we will understand that how to do sums based on Bayes theorem. So here it is given, bag 1 contains 3 red and 4 black balls. So in bag 1 there are 3 red balls and 4 black balls, while another bag B2 contains 5 red balls whereas 6 black balls. One ball is drawn at random from one of the bag and it is found to be red. Find the probability that it was drawn from the bag 2. So here it is given the condition that the ball is drawn from the bag 2. We have to find that what is the probability that the ball is drawn from the bag 2, and it must be what? Red in color. So there are two bags. So event 1 and event 2. Event 1 is choosing one bag 1, and event 2 is choosing bag 2. So what is the probability of choosing both the bags? So here total outcome is 2, whereas probability of getting the bag 1 is 1 by 2, whereas the probability of getting bag 2 is also 1 by 2. So that is PE1 by PE2 is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. Now we got what is PE1 by PE1 and PE2 we got. So next let us see how to find PA by E1. Now what is the meaning of A by E1? It means that drawing a red ball, A is representing red ball and E1 means from the bag 1. So in bag 1 there are 3 red balls and total number of ball is 7. So that's why probability of getting red ball from the bag 1, that is PA by E1, is 3 by 7. Then in the same manner, calculating PA by E2, what does it mean? It means that probability of drawing a red ball from the bag 2. Now in the bag 2 there are total 11 balls, and out of that 5 are red. So what is the probability of getting the red ball? 5 by 11. So we got all the values. Now we have to find that the bag must be second one and ball must be red one. That is, we have to find E2 by A. E2 represents the bag 2 and A represents the red color ball. That we have to find. So P E2 by A, this is the way to write Bayes theorem. We have to write P E2 dot P A by E2 by total probability. Total probability will be P A1 into P A by E1, P E2 into P A by E2. If suppose another event 3 is there, then we can write P E3 into P A by E3. If more event is there, then in the same manner we can write all the events. Some of the events we will write in the denominator, and which one we have to find, that we have to write in the numerator. So now we have to just put the value PE2. We got PE2. E2 means the probability of getting the bag second, that is 1 by 2. PA by E2. So we got 5 by 11, that is the probability of getting red ball from the bag 2. So this is 5 by 11. PE1 that is the probability of getting the red ball, probability of getting the first bag is 1 by 2. Then the probability of getting the red ball from the bag 1 is 3 by 7. Probability of getting the second bag is 1 by 2, and probability of getting the red ball from the second bag is 5 by 11. If we put all these value and just do the simple calculation, we will get the result, that is 35 by 68. In this manner, we can apply the Bayes theorem to solve certain sums. Let us see another sum. So, as we can see that the second sum is, there are two identical boxes containing respectively 4 white ball and 3 red balls. Similar type of questions I have taken. Then 3 white ball and 7 red ball. A box is chosen at random and a ball is drawn from the bag. The ball is white. We have to find that the ball is white. And what is the probability that it is chosen from the first bag? So again in the same manner, we can calculate the probability of getting both the bag is 1 by 2. Total number of bag is 2. And getting probability of bag 1 is 1 by 2, and getting bag 2 is also 1 by 2. So this is similar to that question. Then we have to find P A by B1. That is probability of getting a white ball from the first bag. So there are 4 white balls. There are 4 white balls in the bag 1. And total number of ball is 4 plus 3, that is 7. So we can write 4 by 7. And if in the form of combination we can write like this. 4 C1 by 7 C1. Similarly, the probability of getting a white ball from the second bag. So in the second bag there are 3 white balls and total number of ball is 10. So the probability of getting a white ball from the second bag is 3 by 10. Now what we have to find? We have to find that the bag must be B1 and the ball must be white one. That is, we have to find B1 by A. Bag is B1 first bag and the ball must be white. So see what I have written here. PB1 into PA by B1 as earlier. PB1 into PA by B1 plus PB2 into PA by B2. And simply putting all the value, we will get the required result. So this is similar to the first question. Let us see another sum. This is very important sum. An insurance company insured 2,000 scooters drivers, 4,000 car drivers and 6,000 truck drivers. The probability of a scooter, car and truck meeting an accident is 0.01, 0.03 and 0.15 respectively. If there are of insured persons meets with an accident, find the probability that he is a scooter driver. We have to find that if the accident will take place, what is the probability that the driver is of scooter. So here 3 events are there. One is your scooter driver, another one is car driver, and third one is truck driver. So since there are 3 events, it can be represented as E1, E2 and E3. E1 for say scooter driver, E2 for say the truck driver, E2 for the car driver and E3 for the truck driver. So let us find what is the probability of scooter driver, that is PE1. As we can see that here total scooter driver is 2000, and what is the total number of driver? 2000 plus 4000 plus 6000. So 2000 by total 12,000 is the probability of scooter driver. In the same manner, we can find the probability of car driver and truck driver. Then in the question itself given, the probability of a scooter driver, the probability of a scooter driver meeting an accident is 0.01. This is given in the question. So this is A by E1. Similarly, truck driver and car driver also percentage wise given. So we got A by E1, A by E2, A by E3. These 3 things we got. So now just by using the formula, we have to find that the person must be of what? Scooter meeting the accident. So E1 by A we have to find. E1 by A. So how we? So now see, let A, B and E be the events defined as under: A, the selected person has HIV, B, the selected person does not have HIV, E, the HIV test is diagnostic as positive. So in the question it is given that the person 0.1% has HIV. So from this we can calculate how many percentage, what is the probability of persons do not have HIV. So that is PB is equal to 1 minus this 0.001. So 0.999 is the probability of persons does not have HIV. Then in the question it is given that the person having HIV and their result is positive is 90%. So that is PA by E is given, sorry, that is 0.9. Then in the question also given the person does not have HIV is 1 by 100, that is 1% given, that is 0.01. So we got all this value. Now just we have to put in this formula PA into PE by A, PA, that is the total probability, and by putting and calculating we will get the required result, that how many person have HIV and their result is also positive. This is the way we can calculate. So a bag A contains 2 white, 1 black and 3 red balls. Bag B contains 3 white, 2 black and 4 red balls. Bag C contains 4 white, 3 black and 2 red balls. One bag is chosen at random and 2 balls are drawn from the bag. If the randomly drawn ball happens to be red and black, what is the probability that both balls are drawn from the bag B? So here 3 bags are there. Let us represent bag B1, B2 and B3. Then the probability of getting each bag is 1 by 3. Out of 3 bag, 1 is taken. So it is 1 by 3. So PB1, PB2, PB3 is 1 by 3. Now what is the probability that the ball drawn is from bag B1? So we have to take one, as in the question it is given, we have to take 2 balls. One ball must be your 2 balls are drawn where randomly balls, one is red and another one is black. So in the first bag there are 3, you can see there are 3 white balls. In the first bag there are 2 white balls, 1 black ball and 3 red ball. So we have to take 1 red ball out of 3 balls. So this is why it is written 3C1. Then what? Another ball we have to take? We have to take 1 black ball. And in the first bag there is only 1 black ball. So that's why it is written 1C1. And total number of ball in the bag B1 is 6. And out of that we have to take 2. That's why it is written 6C2. So on calculating this we will get 1 by 5. Similarly, if we will take the bag B2, in bag B2 there are 4 red balls. In bag B2 there are 4 red balls and from that we have to take 1. That's why it is written 4C1. And there are 2 white bag balls. From that we have to take 1. That's why it is written 2C1. And total 9 balls are there. That's why it is written 9C1. 9C2 because out of 9 balls we have to take any 2 balls. 9C2. Now in the third bag also in the same manner we can calculate that in the third bag how many black and red balls are there. Just we have to see and 1 we have to take. So 3C1 into 2C1 and total 9 balls are there. That's why we have written 9C2. So on solving this we got 1 by 6. Simple. Just we have to see that suppose I am taking again B2, bag B2. In bag B2 there are say red ball, 4 red ball. Out of that we have to take 1. So that's why it is written 4C1. Then there are 2 black balls. Then we have to take 1. That's why it is written 2C1. And total 9 balls are there. From there we have to take 2. That's why it is written 9C2. In this manner we can calculate. Now just use the formula. We have to take bag B2 and as the event it is given that one is red and one is black. So bag B2, probability of B2 into P E by B2 and below all the 3 probabilities we have to add. PB1 into PE by B1, PB2 into PE by B2 plus PB3 into PE by B3 and just by putting the value we will get the answer. So this is the way we can solve Bayes theorem. Very simple. Just we have to use simple concepts of combination sum type and we have to see how many events are there. So thank you.